I want to get into this whole Megan Good thing, Megan Good and DeVon. So basically, everybody going crazy because they was married, right, for 9 years, and the real reason, like, marriage isn't the crazy part. It's the fact that they are polar opposites. You know, he's a preacher, and Megan Good is an actress. And when you see her online, she's a bit sexy, she's a bit free, but to me, she's still a good girl. If you ask me, she's still a good girl. But she have to be, sex sells. And that's what a lot of men have to deal with when you're dealing with women of the industry, of the acting industry. And he's a bona fide, sanctified preacher. And so I think that within the 9 years of them being married, she was being judged by the Christian community. And I'm pretty sure, like, if she was being judged by the Christian community, I believe that they probably was in his ear too. Like, every time she did a photo shoot, if she's showing too much cleavage or certain things like that, I'm pretty sure they was in his ear. Like, you need a wholesome woman that dresses in turtlenecks and, skirts down to her mid-calf. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think that, to me, she gives off the vibe that she is like a Christian woman. Like I said, I haven't seen nothing in the media too crazy about her. She has her dating past, but it's not that crazy. And but I think that, like I said, one thing about the Christian community is if they don't do anything else, they are going to judge. You have to be dang near perfect. They're gonna judge. So 9 years of marriage, DeVon, he filed for divorce December 20th, and he also filed for, like, separation of their finances on December 21st. So it's like they are completely done, and we don't know what actually happened. We don't know the real reason. Like, and when I say we, I'm talking about everybody who's talking about this topic. We're all speculating. But one thing that I think about with relationships is when we're in relationships, we always ignore our logic. We always ignore the things that we have put in place to say that's like, oh, if I meet this person, it goes against my core values. Because when you meet people, they dope. They cool, they laid back, and it will make you forget. So no matter how enticing or seductive that other person is, whether it's man or woman, you have to stick to your core values. As a Christian, you know dang well your woman cannot be out here too sexual, and when I say sexual, because Megan is not like as far as I've seen, she's not like a Cardi B or nothing like that. As far as I've seen, there's nothing wrong with Cardi B for her world. But she Megan Good is sexy, but when you see her in movies, that's what creates, like, it adds to her, and it makes her wanted. People call her up, her agents can get her gigs and movie deals and all this type of stuff. But as a Christian man, a preacher, that right there totally goes against a wife that usually stands beside a preacher. But when you meet these people, you're seduced and enticed, and you like their energy, and you keep going forward thinking that these two worlds of opposite are gonna just somehow gel together. But I'm not gonna lie, they made it work for 9 years, so I believe it was real love. I just think it was hard to keep it in a certain space because of all of the outside noise. But I do think you can't, or can you fake it for 9 years? Y'all tell me, can you fake love for 9 years and put up with it? And just, maybe you can, I don't know, but from the outside looking in, it seemed like the way he would defend her in the media and stuff like that, it seemed like it was real love. So I guess the lesson here is create your core values when it comes to relationships, and like, try to stick with it. And I say try because we all humans, and you meet some real cool people that you don't want to pass up. But if you could really help it, keep your core values intact. Don't go outside of it. Don't go outside of it, and really logically think about people who fits in your world. Like, for example, if your family is very important to you and somebody's not getting along with your family, then they might not be a good fit for you. You know what I mean? If money is really important to you, and you don't like putting too much money out for the other person, and their finances aren't together, you could love them all day, but at some point that's gonna ruin your relationship. If you're a health nut, you like to be fit, but this person is eating 4 cheeseburgers a day, yeah, y'all gonna coexist, early on in a relationship, but at some point it's gonna ruin your relationship, So I think in those situations, when you do decide to deal with somebody of a polar opposite, you have to deal with them in the time span that they're in your life. Don't expect too much from that person. So like I said, keep your core values intact when you're dealing with whomever it is you want to be with, man or woman, and then just move on from there and think logically. Use your heart sometimes, but that's like, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It has to make sense, or you're gonna end up with, like, break heartache basically. But like I said, I gotta give props to them, because even though they're on different sides of living, of their culture or whatever they are into, they made it work for 9 years. So I think, like I said, I think it's real love. But stick to your core values. That's all I wanted to say on this. I wish them the best. I think both of them gonna move on. Both of them are gonna be happy, and hopefully they, I'm sending good energy to both of them. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm just finding the post that DeVon and Meagan put onto Instagram. I'm not gonna lie, like, DeVon's post is kind of weird. If you ask me, this is just my personal opinion. Nothing like, I don't know the guy like that, but for me, anytime someone record themselves crying, it feels a bit dramatic to me. Cause me personally, I feel like if you cry, you too busy crying to be trying to hold a camera in your face, or to take, like, you really gotta pose for that. You gotta, like, sit there and just have a sad face and snap the camera, and so to me it get kind of weird. Now let's say if you already online and you talking or whatever and you start crying, I feel like that's different. We watch the transition or whatever you talking about, we seeing that it hurts you. But to sit there and pose for a picture, or to turn the camera on while you're crying, to me that's a little bit weird. And it could be a thing of, maybe y'all comment below. If y'all think it's weird, y'all comment below. Let me know something. Is this something I'm not understanding? Why people do that? If anybody knows why people record themselves crying or take pictures while they are crying, and like I said, like, you already crying and you pick up the camera or something, like, I don't know. It seemed like you kind of begging for sympathy to me. That's what it seems like to me. So Meagan also put a post up, but her post was light. She kept it real light and professional about her business. You know what I mean? Like, not even professional, but just like, she just told y'all real quick what it was. Yeah, I'm grieving, but I'm trying to look forward to the future, basically, and stuff like that. And she kept it moving. No picture but his, and then he wrote this long behind, paragraph, dang near novel, like, but I don't get it, because I don't think he should have posted that, because I feel like, my boy, you filed for divorce. So I feel like when you file for divorce, or when you break up with somebody, maybe it's because I never went through that, but how are you crying and carrying on? Because I've seen some situations like that where the person break up with somebody and they crying and all that, and I ain't talking about like I know. I honestly, I can't even explain it. I don't understand it. Like, maybe it's because of what the person did throughout the relationship or whatever, and his picture looked crazy. Like, why is your shirt messed up? Like, why is your shirt messed up? I don't know. It just looked crazy. So I think it's more to the relationship. I think it's more to any relationship. When you see these relationships online, all this couple goes, no, you don't know what couples go through behind the scenes. You know, like I said, like I had already mentioned, they both was not true to themselves. She's an actress, he's this preacher. That's not gonna mix, and because she's a sexy actress, she's not playing. You know what I mean? She's always been looked at that way ever since Cousin Skeeter. Who knew about Cousin Skeeter? She's always been looked at as sexy, and people, you know, just felt that way about her. So his life is totally opposite. You can't, you know, I don't, especially in a black church. I don't know. I just know in churches, boy, they judge. So that's crazy. Like, these posts are crazy. I hope they just stay off the internet. Like, he did say he's gonna get off the internet for a while, get off of Instagram for a while, and I think that's a good idea because I don't know. Like I said, his picture is weird. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't put, me personally, I would not take a picture of myself crying and put it online, put it on Instagram. I wouldn't do it. Snapchat. I wouldn't do it. I don't know. It'll make me feel stupid, for lack of better words. So that's all I wanted to say. I had to add this in because I just found out about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, but yeah, that's I'm gonna add that in and just leave it at, listen, everybody's relationship is not goals. Point blank, period. Alright, and I'm signing off as CC the homie.